Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to more Final Fantasy X, the HD Remaster Edition. And after the emotional events of part 84, we are moving on to the post-game. So as I said in that part, it's you have to reload the save that you had before, fighting Jekt and all those guys. And then all you have to do is board the airship, and we can get going with side quests. Just want to once again thank everyone for part 84. I mean, the feedback was phenomenal. Just went to sleep, woke up the next morning, there was already like 80 comments or something, which is just amazing to see. So thank you all so much for supporting this series, and I think thanks to all of your interaction and your love for the series, I will be doing Final Fantasy X too. So you have that to look forward to, but that's probably going to be a more kind of early summer project, and it's going to be nowhere near as intense as this, so it's going to be a different kind of thing. But once I get nearer to starting it, then I'll definitely give you guys more information. But for the time being, it's going to be side questing. Someone mentioned that I should do the grinding stuff on Twitch, and it's something that I've thought about before, but I've decided that, to be honest, for me, I'm not the biggest fan of Twitch anyway, and especially for things like grinding, I think it's better for me to just do it the way I initially planned, which is to just record everything. And then the bits that are going to include grinding, obviously I won't do commentary for that, and I'll kind of string it all together in a manageable way at the end, and then add some commentary over the top, because that way it's easier for me to just do the commentary whenever I need to. Okay, just had one of those skips again. Hopefully this isn't going to be a constant problem. So what was I saying? Yeah, it's easier for me not to stream all of the grinding stuff, because that way I can just record whenever I like, kind of in the middle of the night, just sit for a few hours and just do the grinding that's necessary, without having to bother with commentary and editing and all that kind of stuff. So that's how it's going to be. It's going to be uploaded in regular parts as always, and for the longer bits, the bits that don't require any commentary, I'll just be cutting those down to size and hopefully making it more manageable. Okay, the big old world of side questing in Final Fantasy X. There is still so much to do, and where does one begin? Well, I've kind of devised my own kind of path through the side questing, and there are some guides. If you search for them, there are guides which will help you to do everything as quickly as possible. But my aim is not particularly speed, of course, although I don't want to take 400 hours to do this. My aim is not speed. My aim is to just do things in what I will consider an entertaining way. So obviously, that my kind of understanding of entertaining is how quickly you maximize your character stats, because once all of your characters are maxed, then this game becomes very easy. And even for the Dark Aeons and Penance and all those guys that are meant to be the super bosses of the game, if your stats are perfect and your armors are prepared and you come into the battle fully prepared, they are really not that difficult at all. So for that reason, I'm going to prefer to leave the stat maxing stuff to nearer the end, and focus more on the kind of hidden locations, the secrets, all of that kind of stuff, the monster capturing, the monster arena, and that kind of stuff. And stat maxing will come nearer the end of this side quest stuff. So if you want to find out, how to max your stats quickly, I will show that, but it's going to be kind of lower on the list of priorities, and I will get there later. So where can we begin? When I first found out about side questing in this game, because I'd never played an RPG before, for me it was just kind of, you get to the end of a game, you're at the end of the game. But there's still so much more to do, and one of the main things that really piqued my interest was hidden locations. Locations that do not appear in this list, which completely blew my mind when I first heard about it. So, you'll notice there is a search function. So this means that you can find hidden locations that are not part of the list that you find here. So that's pretty exciting stuff. Now what I recommend you do is go online and search for coordinates for the hidden locations. To be honest, I don't actually know if you can find these coordinates in the game. I don't think it's possible. I think you have to have like a guide or something, or just stumble upon it yourself in order to find it. So it's one of those things. But just go online, find some coordinates, and you'll be able to spot some new locations. So I'm going to do it the very scientific way, and I'm going to mash X in the locations where I think something should be based on my memory. So once we have the full list, I will bring them up for you. But this is a very stupid way of doing it. But for me, the whole finding coordinates and searching for them and all that business is just it's too long for me. So I'm going to do it this way. And to be honest, if you were to do this for long enough, I'm pretty sure you would find what you need. Okay, Omega Ruins. Where is it? There you go. Okay. Incidentally, if you remember, I was talking about, I think part 74 it was, the whole breakdown of the story and Dreams Anakin and all of that stuff. The place where Dreams Anakin physically exists is near Baaj Temple. So if you do your research, you'll find that to be the case. So this hidden location known as Baaj Temple, which is actually where we started the game, where Tidus was taken to after Sin attacked Dreams Anakin, is actually pretty close by to Dreams Anakin itself. Okay, so I've done my very scientific searching for locations, and I think I have them all. If I don't, I will be sure to put them in. New locations: Baaj Temple, Besaid Falls. This is that place where, if you remember, we saw like a save sphere all the way on top of a building which we couldn't access. That's that little bit. Mihen Ruins, Battle Site, Sanubia Sands, and my favourite secret location, the Omega Ruins. So I am going to begin the side questing at Omega Ruins because this place is basically the place where you will face the most difficult random encounters in the game. And once you're done with the Omega Ruins, it's pretty much the case that everywhere else that you go, the random encounters are just going to be a breeze. Pretty much one hit kill business, and you're just going to be done with it very easily. So this is pretty much the final place that will be challenging for you if you have not done any kind of stat maxing and you're just with your endgame stats. So that's why I will begin here and finish the side quests related to the Omega Ruins, and then we will check out the other new locations that we've unlocked. So if you like a challenge and you want to start enjoying the side quests, I would recommend Omega Ruins as the place to start. And it has a little story to it as well, so it's all good.
Yeehaw! Here we go!
Here we go! A lot of the fiends that we're going to meet here are ones that we've already met inside Sin, but there's also a few new ones that are kind of specific to this area as well.
What is this place?
700 years ago, a monk who defied the teachings was sentenced here.
Oh, the traitor Omega, yeah?
Omega's loathing of Yevon has turned him into a fiend.
They say he liked it underground, out of the light.
So, he's here?
Scared?
Not a chance.
Okay, welcome to the Omega Ruins, the place that could potentially, for inexperienced players, be the most annoying place that you'll ever come to. The key thing that you have to remember here is to complete the Omega Ruins side quest, you only have one save sphere. This is the only one, and you'll be going a long way and fighting a lot of enemies if you're not escaping. So this save sphere is like so important, and make sure you have a save here. Other than the kind of tricks in order to stat max, this is actually the best place for AP. So if you can stay alive here, you will start to gain AP very quickly and complete the sphere grid for the characters a lot more quickly than normal. So aside from using kind of tricks to do it, it's one of the best ways. Now, one thing I'm interested in is I am going to give Riku Master Thief, because there is a lot of good things to steal in this area. So regardless of whether it's going to be on a brilliant armor or not, she really needs that Master Thief. So I'm going to stick it on there. If I can find it. Yes. So do have some Master Thief action going on here. So that's from the Chocobo race, in case you didn't watch that part in the Remium Temple. That's how I can get a hold of that. Is there anything else I should stick onto this while I'm here? Probably not. HP plus 20, I need those elixirs, to be honest. I'd rather stick with those. Confuse Proof is a pretty smart move, although you need 48 musks, bloody hell. Okay. That's good. Would have loved me some poison proof as well, but... Okay, that's not too bad. Might consider sleep proof. But poison's probably a better... Actually, stone proof is even better. And we should be getting stone proof fairly soon. Okay, so that's the one thing I would recommend. Master Thief armor will be definitely helpful for Riku. First Strike, Alchemy. I would love to have an evade encounter weapon for Riku, and that will make this bit complete. But I do not have any teleport spheres. But we should be able to get hold of some around here, so hopefully we'll be okay. How many? 29 Phoenix Downs. I think I'm going to head back to the airship and just get Phoenix Downs and stuff just in case. Because you will find yourself, I mean, this is probably the only place where you'll ever find yourself, you know, running out of NP and running out of supplies just because of the sheer length of it. Especially if you want to explore everything, so you should really come prepared to this place, otherwise you might be in for some heartbreak. It's that kind of place. So this is what I mean. I mean, if you were to, you know, stat max and come back to the Omega Ruins, it's really pointless. You're just going to defeat everything way too easily. Sup, Rennie?
Any last minute supplies?
Oh yeah, it's so weird that we're doing the post game before the end of the game. It's really, they really should have figured something out for that. I think it's a bit silly, but not much we can do. Okay, plenty of gil. Let's get some holy water just in case. Yeah, we're okay with the rest. Okay.
You're selling stuff?
But of once sin is gone.
Man, you're dead.
Okay. We still have like one more important conversation to have with I think everyone has one of these now, don't they? I forget. I'm just gonna get a few more just in case. Yeah, she definitely has one. Okay, we're cool.
Thank you.
We're gonna have one more conversation with Rin, and we'll have that one once we're done with the Omega Ruins. Okay, now I feel ready.
We're counting on...
You see, this is why it doesn't really make sense to do all of this side questing before the end.
Here we go!
Because let's say you decide to do it at this stage, by the time you come out of the Omega Ruins, you're going to be a lot stronger than you are now. So when you get to the end of the game, you know, Inside Sin, Braska's Final Aeon, all that kind of stuff, it's just going to be too easy. So they really should have thought about that. So it's one of the few occasions where they've kind of screwed up. Where's that? There should be the... Where is the... Okay. First things first, a first strike weapon is absolutely essential here. Like, there is probably nothing more important than a first strike armor here. First strike weapon. Seriously, it will save your life so many times, you can't even imagine.
I won't go so easy on you next time.
I'm fleeing at the moment because I quickly want to find something before I move on. Another reason I decided to come to Omega Ruins first is because this is the place where you will find the final Albed Primer, which is a bit of a cheap shot because you basically have to do a side quest in order to fully understand Albed, which is a little bit of a shame, but it's the only way to do it. So if you want all 26 primers, you've got to come to Omega Ruins, and I think it's like halfway in or something like that. So we'll find that soon. Okay, let me prepare everyone for battle. Stoneproof is going to be pretty useful. Stoneproof, confuse proof, all that kind of stuff. Again, if you spend too much time in the post game and you come down here, then all of your armors are going to be perfect as well. So you're not going to, you know, have any problems with status ailments or any of that kind of stuff. So life is just going to be too easy for you. So make it a challenge. Seriously. Okay, I'm ready to get going in the Omega Ruins, and other than the customization stuff that I did for Riku, I don't really have much else. So it's still going to be pretty challenging because I don't have much protection from things like status ailments. So other than a couple of stone proofs, I don't really have too much. Berserk, zombie. I guess Berserk could help. Okay. First strike is like the most important thing ever around here, so do have your first strike armor on there. And I think that's about it. I'll keep Orin for some quick evading counter, because the HP of the fiends do go up here, so you do need to kill them off quickly. Okay, let's go. Ah, of course. Unfortunately, this little shit is going to be the thing that you're going to encounter the most while you're in here. But, I say unfortunately, but there is one good thing about it, and that's petrify grenades. With Master Thief you can steal 3 at a time, and with a regular steal you can steal 2 at a time. So you'll be stacking those petrify grenades very quickly. And that petrify grenades means Stone Strike. So, absolutely awesome. But these things are hard to hit. Even the lizards, I mean Tidus will struggle to hit those as well. So I'm probably going to have to keep his evading counter weapon, because the death touch will help as well. There you go. Because, I mean, even the lizard has like over 7,000 HP or something, so Tidus will take a few hits to take it down. Yep, seriously, you're going to be seeing this guy a lot. Do not be surprised. See, even Tidus is missing here. But the evading counter is decent to have. Because this guy, I think he has like a 30% chance or a 50% chance of petrifying you. So it's good to keep away from that. Ah, he's seriously an arsehole. But just for the petrified grenades alone, especially early on, it's good to fight this guy. But look at that stupid evasion, man. Early on, I would not advise touching these chests, because this area is a bit unique. If you try to steal from a chest, there is a chance that there'll be nothing in there. And when that's the case, something will pop out called a mimic. And those things can be fairly difficult to kill, even though they do give you really nice skill if you manage to defeat them. But it's not really a priority right now, so stay away from those chests. I think all you get is like a mega potion or a turbo ether or something like that, so it's really a waste of time. Just focus on the enemies. But you can see already, even the smallest little enemy, the lizard, can be annoying with his good evasion. But after a while you're going to start fleeing from that thing anyway. There we go. Okay. So, if you notice, there's no sensor information here. We don't really know too much. Let's call someone in with sensor. You'll notice that these guys are immune to sensor, so you're not going to know too much about them when you first come down. The trick with these guys is they have 13,000 HP each, so that's a lot to take out, and I think they hit for like 2,000 damage, so they hit hard. But evading counter will take care of that. This guy has around 10,000 HP, I think just under, or maybe exactly 10,000, something like that. But if you attack this thing, it has a 33% chance of hitting back with something called Poison Mist. So if you want to see what Poison Mist looks like, check this out. Hopefully it uses it, because it's a very nasty attack and can cause game overs. Right. So its regular attacks will be level 2 spells. So evading counter can take care of these guys, no problems. But this thing, if it ever decides to use Poison Mist... No, I've been lucky. Death Touch. They're also they're not immune to petrification either. okay when he drops to low HP. He heals himself up like that. Here we go. Poison Mist. This is a counter attack. And even though that was a shit attempt at a counter attack, what this does, it afflicts you with poison and confusion. So as we've seen before from things like the Marlboro, poison and confusion is just really not a good mix. It really doesn't go well. I think the confusion is like a 50% chance. So do be wary of that. Aurum is protected, but I've definitely had game overs before where I've attacked it and Poison Mist has taken me out. So be careful. Finally learn Energy Rain, but I still think I need like another 30 overdrives or something like that, so it will come eventually. It's not essential that I know Blitz Ace. It's not a big deal. From this stage onwards, I am not going to focus on leveling everyone up together or anything like that. From now on, it's just whoever's going to do the job, they're going to be the ones out on the field. So apologies to people like Kimari that are going to be left behind, and probably Yuna as well. And probably Lulu. It's going to be Waka and probably these three that are going to do most of the hard work from here on out. Okay, so we've entered a little room with some chests, and this is probably the most annoying little mini game, if you can call it that Final Fantasy X has. What you can do, there are 12 chests that are scattered around the Omega Ruins, and depending on your luck, if you can open them all, you will get 99 warp spheres. So how does it work? Every time you open a chest, there is a chance that either you will pick up a treasure or you will get a random encounter. If you get a random encounter, then all of the chests disappear forever. They will never reset. So if you have your heart set on getting those 99 warp spheres, which will enable you to literally warp to any node on the sphere grid. It's not essential. Things like teleport spheres and all that can pretty much get you almost anywhere you need to anyway, so it's not an important item. But if for the sake of it you want to do it, then have a save at the start of the Omega Ruins, or have a save on the airship and travel to the Omega Ruins, and your chances of opening all 12 chests are 1 in 240. So if you want to spend on average 240 attempts to do this, that is your call, but I will not be. There's also some treasures that you get along the way, so let's say you open 1 chest, 2 chests, 3 chests, etc. The treasures will continue to be more valuable as you go up, and I'll list those in the description for this video. Okay, so let's say you get a bit carried away and you decide to use steel, thinking that it's only attacks that affect it. So it hits me up with Poison Mist straight away, and I have 2 characters that are confused, and Tyres has killed Riku. It's all popping off, you see what I mean? And because it uses magic attacks, it's unlikely to wear off. I have evading counter as well. You see what I mean? Poison Mist does not play around. Oh boy. So that is what Poison Mist can do for you if you're not prepared.